Hey there, everybody. I just had the most amazing deal on these Skylanders that I found. So I was going through Facebook Marketplace and just looking around the local area, and a few towns over, I found a Skylanders lot, about 50 figures worth. Some of them were pretty common. Some of them just plain old Series 2s from Giants. Some of them just some plain old cores from Spyro's Adventure. Even though I'm not really big on cores, whenever it comes to just the reposes and light cores and things of that nature, I would still like to get them at a reasonable price. But I found a lot for $25 that had some real gems in it, and you all are going to see why I made the 2 hour journey up there, and you guys are going to be very jealous by the end of this video. The first thing I'm going to show is the one magic item that came in the lot. It was Sparks here. I actually didn't get the Dragon's Peak Adventure Pack, although I do have Sunburn. But yeah, I didn't have this guy in my collection, but now I do. So there's that, I guess. Next up, we got about 4 cores from Spyro's Adventure of figurines that I had already had. I'm only going to show you guys the ones that I didn't already have that I will be adding to my collection. So first one up is Series 1 Zap. Now this guy looks absolutely amazing. These figurines have been kept in pretty darn good condition. And I already have Series 2 Zap with the Wow Pow, but it's nice to get Series 1 Zap. He's in a very unique pose, somewhat hard to find. He was about $6 on eBay nowadays. And then we got Series 1 Drill Sergeant. This guy can be found easily. Yeah, just kind of Drill Sergeant, but less spiky and all that jazz. I already have Series 2 Drill Sergeant, but it's nice to have the original. Then we got Series 1 Zook, and I love Zook, so I'm glad to have another figure of him. I had seen this guy in person before, but it's nice to have one to call my own. I already own Series 2 Zook, but I am glad to add the Series 1 counterpart to my collection. Then we have Series 1 Prism Break. Now, this dude I'm very nostalgic for. I'm not going to lie, way back when me and my buddy Sam were playing these games, I had one off and slotted his arm into the trap socket and was amazed whenever it still worked. Reminds me of the good old days. I love Prison Break, even though he's not the strongest character in the world. He's very strategic and gives me some very fond memories. And way back in Spyro's Adventure, he's probably one of the strongest characters that you could have played. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the water bottle that is currently holding my phone while I'm building my tripod back up. Thanks, guys. A round of applause. Amazing job, water bottle. You're doing great. I promise I'll give you a pay raise. And then we're just going to move these guys aside, and then we're going to get straight into Series 2s. Now, some Series 2s I'm just really not big on collecting, because most of them are just kind of the same character, just with like one piece of something different, like Series 2 Whirlwind is a disgrace to figurines in general. Her horn is literally just another color, and that's literally the only change other than minor pose changes. So the first one up, you already seen his knuckles. We got Series 2 Terrafin with a very neat looking pose on this guy. He's kind of like striking upwards for an uppercut. He's got his brass knuckle, well, more of a steel bladed knuckles, which that would be deadly. Those are illegal here in the States, much less with friggin' big old blades sticking out of them. That would be one shot, you're out. And then we have a Series 2 Spyro, as you guys probably seen at the start of this video. He's got the like armor going on for his wings. And I do like this pose for Spyro. I do like it a lot better than the original figurine. I think it gives him a lot more character, and it makes him look a little less brain dead. And then, just like in the thumbnail, we also have a Series 2 Gilgrunt. This one actually having his anchor, and he is not broken. Thank goodness. So I am going to add this guy to my collection. He looks pretty cool, although I do already have a broken version of the same figure. Same goes for this Trigger Happy. Mine doesn't have the coins coming out of the coin slot, but yeah, I love how he's on his little machine gun. He looks amazing. And then for the last Series 2 that I didn't already have we have Stealth Elf, my favorite Skylander. She is in a full-on like sprinting pose. I love her daggers, and I love the fact that her hair is like chilling out here. Great looking figurine. Very happy to add it to my collection. Interesting to see how her Wow Pow changes up the gameplay. Probably won't much, considering I'm more of a fast-paced, basically destroy everything and get through the levels as quickly as possible kind of guy whenever it comes to my Stealth Elf combat. And now on to the 1 Series 3 figure that I didn't have, that being Twin-Bladed Chop Chop. I do believe this is the only Series 3 figurine that actually came in this lot. I really was wanting to get a Series 3 Chop Chop for quite a while, so it's pretty funny that he ended up showing up in this lot here. I'm pretty glad that I got to snag him, and I must say I really love this pose. He's got his head leaned back, he's holding his 2 swords, he looks like he's about to go on a rampage, or as my friend said, he looks like the big bad got away and he's screaming at him as he flies away on the airship. Kind of like, no. Oh my goodness. Now on to light cores. So the first light core that I would like to go off and point out is that I got a double of light core Drobot, light core Flashwing, which I gave to one of my friends that actually went off and rode up to the town. That's about 2 hours away from here. So shout out to my good friend Zumi. Thank you very, very much for coming with me. We had a ton of fun. We were laughing all the way up there. And even whenever my car decided, hey, yo, screw you guys, I'm going to leave you abandoned here, then she still stuck with me and didn't freak out. So thank you very much, Zumi. You know who you are. And no, that is not her real name. So the first light core I did not have that came in this slot was Eruptor, and I put him on the portal earlier, and he looks absolutely amazing. I wish that his the cracks in his body also had the light core effect, but I can see why they went with his mouth. That is like his most blatant characteristic, other than the fact that he is literally just a molten ball of lava. I just really cannot pronounce words today. Oh my goodness. Then next up we had Lightcore Shroom Boom. I love Shroom Boom. He's one of my favorite cores from Giants, other than like Fright Rider. So not gonna lie, I was pretty excited to get the final version of Shroom Boom that I needed to finish off my collection. I love the fact that his mushroom and his eyeball glow. I think that's pretty cool, and kind of just makes other light cores feel pretty lazy. I would have probably liked to see a different character get the light core treatment. Maybe if we could have got a Fright Rider where Ozzy's eyes are glowing and Ryder's eyes are glowing, I think that would have been really, really cool. Probably would have worked better than the light core Hex. Even though I do like light core Hex, she is pretty cool looking, but I just wish that Fright Rider would have got a secondary figurine. And the last light core, and probably the most exciting, probably the reason why you guys clicked on this video, literally the figurine that would pay for this thing 2 times over. Keep in mind, I only paid $25 for this lot. This figurine goes for about $50 online in the current market price. This here is Light Core Pop Fizz. And you all might be thinking, well, Pop Fizz is a very common figure. And yeah, you're right. But this figure was just about not to be produced because it had 2 bottles that were supposed to line up. There was a defect where one of them was not getting power. So this figure had to be revised at the very last minute, meaning that it almost didn't make it to production. In fact, some people still believe that Lightcore Pop Fizz does not exist, but here he is in all of his glory. His bottle glows of extra bright green color, and I am so glad to have him in my collection. And yeah, so here's a little something out there for your almost said pop culture, for your Pop Fizz enthusiast that doesn't believe Lightcore Pop Fizz exists. There he is in all of his glory. And now, moving on past the light cores, we also have the variants. Now, there's only 2 variants that came in this lot that I did not have, and those being Molten Hot Dog. I actually did get another plain old hot dog. You cannot see most of his face because of the lighting. He looks pretty cute, just yellow hot dog pretty much. with his little flame feet and his orange tongue. I really do love this color scheme. He reminds me of Mustard for some reason. I might nickname him Mustard. And then we also got the Jade Flashwing variant, which is pretty dang cool. She goes for about $30 as well, so that's pretty insane. I do love both of these figures, though, and they're both from Giants, so I'm not sure just what the market price is looking like on Flashwing today, but I think she is still considered a just another common retail figure, although I think this one was exclusive to like Walgreens over here in the States, although I might be wrong about that. And finally, some of the last Skylanders figures that I'm going to show in this video. We have the Legendary Collection, that being 4 Legendary Skylanders that I did not have that came in this lot. The first one, and probably one of my favorites that came, was a Legendary Jetvac. I love Jetvac. Not necessarily his fighting style or design. He was a lot better when I was a kid and I didn't realize what the numbers flashing on the screen meant. But I love his design, and he looks amazing as a legendary here. Just too bad that they didn't give him a buff and maybe give him an extra move to make him a little bit more coherent and powerful. And then the next one that I really love, and I'm so glad that she's here, we have Series 2 Legendary Stealth Elf. And she looks absolutely amazing. Her skin is a bright gold, her clothing is black, her hair is black, her mask is black, her blades are just completely golden, and she looks fierce and is still in her running pose, so that's pretty cool. And then, just like Stealth Elf, we have a Series 2 Legendary Igniter. Shout out to Ignite the Fire, although you guys probably don't need an introduction, but he really made me want to get a Series 2 Igniter, and now I have a Series 2 Legendary Igniter. I love the big crest on the back of his back here. He's got a big O shield on the back, gives him some extra armor. I really love the fact that they put that on his figurine. And for the last Skylanders figure here, we have Legendary Lightcore Chill. I almost said Phil, but yes, this is Legendary Lightcore Chill. Quite the compound of names here. So she is a light core. Her base actually glows where the tip of her spear is sinking deep into the water. So basically it kind of looks like she's trying to freeze her base, which is pretty cool. I was kind of hoping that her shield and her blade would glow, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because she is like striking downwards into the water. So she's like freezing it into ice, which is pretty cool. I think it could have been done better, but it's still pretty cool looking nonetheless. And now on to some other things that went off and came along with this lot that are not the figurines themselves. First off, we have a separate portal. This is a USB portal, so it's like PlayStation 3, 4, and Wii U, all that good stuff. Some duplicate figurines in here. We got that Lightcore Drobot, we got that Wrecking Ball, a couple of broke figurines in there, as well as just some other cores and such. And then we also have a brand new copy of Skylanders Trap Team for the Wii, as well as a brand new both instruction manual and poster. A poster in packaging. The original packaging, meaning it's never been took out. Let's put it on the wall. Take a look at that. That is a sight I have not seen in a very, very long time. That is insane. It looks so good. I really miss these looks of the like the posters where you can see all the figurines. This is a brand new poster. It looks amazing up on my poster wall. As you guys can see, I got all my FNAF posters, got my gun, got my Master Chief. Ooh, Freddy Fazbear! Oh no! But guys, the main thing that really caught my eye in this lot was the trap holder. It was the trap holder. Full of traps. Look at this. Full of traps. Now, I had the Light Hawk and the Dark Spider, so I put them there. But look at all of these. a trap for nearly every single villain. So many life hammers. So many water tikis. Duh. If you guys could see my face right now, I am absolutely just captured by this vision. There's so many traps. Oh my gosh. There's probably at least $200 sitting right here. That's my second chaos trap that I've ever owned. But guys, I got a heck of a steal on this Skylanders lot. Only $25. And once again, big thanks for Zumi for always being there for me. There's been a lot of hard times that have came my way, and she's always went off and, pulled me out of it and, got my head back in the game. So, big thanks to you, and I am going to play some Trap Team now. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. If you all want a little bit of a sneak peek at something to come, let's just say I finished my Trap Team collection.